All right, this is Rude Speech, man. We got Captain Taiwan in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Rude Speech, man. I'll break it down right quick.
Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine. Big glow, I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got a million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. Fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya, off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth. Very big facts, very large caliber on very small gaps. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak with a bin shot ya. The best rhymer, since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No infamer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect, pay homage. That I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West will put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down, no we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain a $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause the niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's U.P.K, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I'm finished, one West.
This is
they killed. Give me Isaiah 14. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles to make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of bellows.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Check.
Shalom, everyone. Yeah, but Sluggy, can you hear us in Durham, sir?
Con, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can I hear you just once?
Most in Christ. We got everybody in here. Top one.
Not everyone just yet, but we got Bahamas in, Eastern Carolina in, Durham in, Fayetteville. We just waiting on Charlotte, Jamaica. Believe that's it.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hold on for a second. Okay, sure.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me loud and clear, Balkan Show? You good?
Sir.
Okay. All right. Clap it up. I can clap it up. Most High in Christ. Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Brakathum to the Akim, to the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the sisters. Once again, with the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under command and Junior YAHANNA.
That's right.
If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. What is the truth? The truth is the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Lord's chosen people according to the Bible. We are the true Jews that are spoken about in the scriptures, in your holy Bible, right? And today we don't know that because of the oppression and the lies that are pushed throughout the planet Earth. I.S.U.P.K is a school that's designed for Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians to find their way back to serving the Lord and knowing and learning what the Most High requires. What does the Most High requires of Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, his people? He requires obedience, just like a good father. And without that obedience, we'll continue to go down the road of self-destruction.
That's right.
Things like abortion, voting, celebrating the oppressor holidays, birthdays, women leaving their husbands, husbands leaving their wives. These things are detrimental to the growth of the Lord's chosen people. And they're detrimental because these are the things that the Most High warned us not to do. Our dietary laws are a laughing matter. It's a joke. Most people eat whatever that suits them. They have sex with whoever they meet, and they celebrate whatever that makes them feel good. Unfortunately for God's chosen people, he hates those things. He separates himself from those things when we begin to live like the heathens. Who are the heathens? The other nations outside of us, you understand? With that being said, can anybody guess what my opening topic would be for the class tonight? I'm preaching officer of 5,000 Zion Yala. I'll be holding on the class until Captain of 13,000, Captain I Thought, comes in. He's the leader that's over the school of North Carolina and South Carolina and Atlanta. And his wise counsel has allowed us to see the things that are going on in the earth and understand that these things that are happening in the earth are biblical. You understand? So without that, with that being said, can anybody guess what do you think I want to talk about today? Baba Kushal. Anybody?
Can you hear me, sir?
Con, I can hear you, Yanazar.
The assassination attempt.
Most High Christ. Well, how did you guess that, Yanazar? The Lord must be with you. Give him a hand, y'all.
Okay, sir. I'm with that too. But like that's the only thing that's being reported about in the news. It's the only thing. Like they just covering that. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing else is going on in the world. They just have the bottom line stories flowing through on all the news channels, but all of them are focusing different aspects of the assassination attempt.
Oh man. I was asked today, did I think that it was real or do I think that it was rigged or planned? I said, I'll tell you what, the one thing I know about this life that we call warfare, in warfare, I don't really give a damn whether it was rigged, planned, or it was an act. I'm going to use it to bring our brothers and sisters into the school. You understand? I'm going to take this opportunity to use what the Lord put in front of us to use to teach our Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, our brothers, our sisters, on why it's important that in this day and age that they make their election sure. You understand? Because it shows, you can look at it two different ways, whether it was planned or orchestrated. Guess what? This is an indication of how far these oppressors would go to deceive you. That's one. Another thing is, if they don't know how to treat each other, what do you think they'll do to us? You understand? So that those business affairs that are running the earth right now have absolutely nothing to do with the Lord's chosen people, which are Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. We have to see these things that are taken in the earth and realize that, guess what? This is a nation that has not loved us at all, has showed us cruel and vile treatment throughout the years. So when we see things like that, we shouldn't feel no type of way. We should gather ourselves together. That way we learn each other. We have issues with our own family. You understand? We have issues within our family that we have to get right. While we're, sobbing over another nation, another heathen nation that has shown no mercy on us at all, in the least bit. But the one thing I used to always talk about, man, the stop and frisk rule was a detriment to the black community. I think we need to re-implement that thing to, to the other nations ages 16 to 35. You understand? That's right. Those are the things that need to take place, okay? Let me get the nation of fierce countenance, in the book of Deuteronomy. This is what we're dealing with. Let's break these things down so we can understand what thus says the Lord and how we should view these things for our people. Once again, I'm preaching officer of 5,000 Zion Yalla out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. We got schools all across North Carolina. We have Charlotte, Kannapolis, we have Greenville, we have Durham, we have Fayetteville. Am I leaving anybody out? And Goldsboro, Salakia. These schools are designed for us to come in and really examine the way we're used to living life. And if we examine the way that we're used to living life, we'll see that we made a great error in trusting in a nation that hates us. You understand? So who got that scripture for me? What we at? Deuteronomy what?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50, sir.
Hold that thought for me. Let's make sure everybody get there. Everybody got it?
Come.
I'm talking about online.
You ready, sir?
Everybody got it? Akim, can y'all hear me?
Come, sir.
Y'all got it? All right, come on, read it for me, please.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Right. So we understand our conditions in the earth and where we are in the earth right now. The nation that has been destroying the entire earth has been destroying us for years, right? Thousands of years. And the Bible gives us distinct description of this person or the characteristics of this nation. And what did it say about this nation? Kawal, read it from the top again.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance, right? So this is what I want to do. Somebody get me I want to talk about the character of the oppressor. So I want somebody give me the definition of character, Baba Kasha. The definition of character. And then somebody give me the definition of fierce. We're talking about the character of this nation. Come on.
This is the definition for character from the Oxford Language Dictionary. The mental.
Read it nice and strong.
Come, sir. The mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual.
The what? What's the first word?
The mental and moral qualities.
The mental and moral character or moral qualities of this particular person or this particular nation, right? So when you talk about Esau and his empire, what's the first thing that come to your mind if you was to observe the mental state of the devil of Esau, people who run his empire, or the moral character of these devils, right? What comes to your mind?
Like you said.
Come on with it, brother.
The oppressor, he doesn't have a, like a conscious or a moral compass at all. So like it.
Right. So if he doesn't have that and we live under this oppressor, we're forced to deal with that day in and day out. In your daily life, you don't understand the amount of oppression that you deal with day in and day out. It just becomes damn near first nature to us, matter of fact. So now we understand the character of this person that we're dealing with. What is character? Well, let's find out what's the character. It said a fierce countenance, right? So what is the definition of fierce, Baba Kasha?
So I got the definition of fierce. This is the definition of fierce from Oxford Languages. It's an adjective meaning having or displaying an intense or ferocious aggressiveness.
Oh, ferocious aggressiveness. So adjective is used to do what? Bible one. I know you know this answer.
To describe a noun, sir.
Right. And what are we describing in this verse?
The oppressor, sir.
The oppressor's what? Character.
Counterculture.
That's what we're dealing with. Now let's do countenance, Baba Kasha. Now I'm not adding to the scriptures. I want everybody, the scriptures, the Bible distinctly say you can't add to the scriptures. Don't want to apply definition to the words that we're reading. Come on.
This is the Merriam-Webster's definition of countenance: look or expression, mental composure.
The what?
Look, expression, or mental composure.
So this is what we talk about. We talk about this nation that is ruling over the earth right now. So somebody read that verse from the top, Baba Kasha.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50.
Nice and strong, Baba Kasha.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation, which is family, right? Everybody know the word nations simply means family of people or group, right? A large family. Go ahead.
Which shall not regard the person of the old.
Now, this nation right here, guess what? The character of this person does not give a damn about the old. He has no moral compass in evaluating what's harmful or what's good in rendering whatever that he has to offer. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care, right? Read on.
Nor show favor to the young.
Nor the young. Read on.
Verse 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle.
Stop. If we saying that this nation that is running the earth right now, that we've fallen under, the Bible is describing the character, the moral value, the moral compass of this nation that is running the earth, this people, Esau, right? Why do we follow so many things that he do? Why do we subject ourselves to this type of treatment? Why? You know what I'm saying? Come on.
So like I believe because we were taught to worship him in the Christian church.
Christianity.
Right.
Christianity. Yeah. Well, what's what's that picture of who painted that picture of the two fingers touching in the Sistine Chapel? The Da Vinci, or the picture, the fingers touching, supposed to have been Jesus and God, and then what it?
I believe so.
I would care to be it before long. They're gonna have Donald Trump up there on that Sistine Chapel touching the finger of God.
It's like I said, it was by Michelangelo.
Yeah, Michelangelo. Same thing.
Come on, concert.
You got some people that's going to sit around and think that, oh man, whatever happens in the earth, whatever decision that the presidents make, it's of God's will. You understand? But we don't understand that these people have a fierce countenance. So what should we be doing, knowing that the people that are running the earth have a fierce countenance, and what they do in the earth, and the moral character that they do not have? What should we be doing as a nation of people?
Salakia, we should be, if I may, sir.
Come on.
We should be separate from them. We should distance ourselves from them as much as possible.
And what would that do, Yonazar?
Well, it would lessen the effect of their wickedness upon our nation.
Mm-hmm. Most high praise. So give me a Bible verse on it. Give me some scriptures on it. Give me a script. Somebody think of a script when you talk about separating from a nation of people who hates the Lord, that sees you as being the enemy, that does not have the moral value that we should have, because we follow this fierce countenance, this fierce nation. We adopt a lot of their ways.
Okay.
When you talk about a nation that what the scriptures say, woe to a man that taketh the city with blood, right?
Okay.
This people, they're bloodthirsty, man. They all, in their mind, the fastest way to resolve an issue is through bloodshed. That can't be us. That's Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, right? We have to do what? Come on.
That's a heavy point, because you know it's not Blacks, Latinos' way of doing things. We only have that kind of anger and bloodshed, curdling thirst for our own people.
Mm-hmm.
But Esau, you see, he just tried to take out his own kind. Like they get everything by violence, by bloodshed.
Mm-hmm.
We are the total opposite. Like when it comes to Blacks, Latinos, and American Indians, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't look at it as that. That's why we have comments saying, "Dang, we kill our own people, but Trayvon Martin's killers still walking around." Like we don't have that type of time and energy when it comes to our enemies. But our own people, oh yeah, we'll put a switch on a Glock and do business. Right. But when it comes to Esau, you don't give a damn who you are. His own people, he's just a murderer from the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's separation right there, and characteristic wise proves that we are more civilized. And we have more of a, now it's good and bad at times, but we don't have that same motive as the devil does.
That's why we should
like it, sir.
Come on with it.
I have that scripture for you.
Please, come on, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people."
Come out of her. Go ahead.
That ye be no.
Come out of her who?
My people.
Who?
My people.
You see that? But when you don't know that the Bible is expressly talking to Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, you will skip right over that part. We skip right over that part and thinking that, guess what? The life we live is for everybody. The Bible is for everybody. But when you see the moral compass at which this empire is ran and how it's ran, you're like, man, you know what? I don't know if I can. You live with a lot of self-doubt from day to day, Hakim. You don't know if the gas price is going to be $3 a gallon or $12. You understand what you don't know if your mortgage is going to be what it's been for the last 6 years, or they're going to all of a sudden increase it by $1,000. That there is so much uncertainty in the earth. The Lord said, look, come out of her, because the Most High is looking at this like she's being a whore. Like, and if you give yourself over to a whore, what do you receive in return? You don't know what you're going to receive in return. Every brother know you sleeping with a sister that wandered the streets. You don't know if you're being set up, huh? You don't know if she's clean or not. You don't know if you're going to be able to get rid of her if you do lay down with her, huh? You don't know the type of things that come along with dealing with that woman of the night. You understand what I'm saying? Well, guess what? In this empire, that's how you should view it. When you lay down with Christmas and Thanksgiving, guess what? You don't. There is no. You have no idea what you could pick up from dealing with this empire. When you're standing in line and vote, what are you really voting for? When you go into the Christian church, what is it that you're asking for when you sit down there and talk to that pastor? You don't damn know. Because you'll find out that pastor is in bed with who? This world. That's right. He's not coming out of her. He's trying to pull us into the world using Christianity. They turn us into the enemy, and yet and still we use Christianity as a way to. Now we thinking we're gonna get free by using the oppressive system. How? We got to do what? Come out of her, my people, right? Those are the Lord's words. And clearly he's creating a separation for the ones he want to come out of her versus who? The ones he want to stay. You stay, yeah, I'll stay in there. Y'all stay right where you at. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Come out of her, my people, which are who? Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. We are the Lord's chosen people according to the Bible. You understand? Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sin.
We be not partakers of her sin. Come on, man. As Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, we can look at our lives and realize that there are plenty of things that we should not be involved in the earth. These are learned behavior from who? A nation of what? Fierce countenance. And when you get suckered into the game, you become the enemy. It's like You ever played? You ever had somebody playing? I don't know. I'm old school, right? Anybody ever heard of it? Raise your hand if you ever heard of kickball. You ever heard the game kickball? I'm not talking about soccer. You talking about kickball, right? Now, this is how they do us. You ever play kickball with a flat ball? You have, right? When do you find out the ball is flat? Like if you showing up, you be like, I'm kicking next. When do you find out that the ball is actually flat? When it's your turn to kick it, right? Get a sister hand. Now you watch it like, man, I know I can kick the ball further than everybody else. All I got to do is try harder, right? That's the game that they play on us. We've been watching other people strike out. Man, I know I'm black. She ain't got that on me. She can't kick like me. Ain't that what you saying? He can't kick like me. And guess what? Esau rolled that ball down there, being the sly devil that he is. And the whole time he rolling the ball, he knows that the ball is flat or underinflated. But guess what you're going to do? You're going to give it your all. You're going to kick it with all your might. And guess where it's going to go? It's going to go right to him. And you're going to be another sucker that's out. And you're not going to realize you've been played until you actually play the game. When you stick your foot in that ball and realize that damn, you playing with a flat kickball? And guess what we try to do as Black, Hispanics, Native Indians? We're on the sideline. Once you go and tell your friends, hey, the ball flat. Guess what somebody say? Well, you go get the pump and pump it up. So we pump up this nation for Esau. We prop up this world for the oppressor. And yet and still, the game already set in place. And here we are playing a game we won't even understand. We stand in line and voting for something we don't even understand. You go into Christianity, this is something that our forefathers never understood. That's what the scriptures say. Our fathers didn't know the gods of wood and stone. Ain't that what it say? So if we don't understand the game, the best thing that we can do is what, Akaska?
And come out of her, my people.
You see it? Because we keep playing with people with destructive moral characters and a fierce countenance, what love you think they're going to show us? When you see a shooter on top of the roof and then you hear the onlookers or the witnesses say, he's been up there for 3 hours. We've been pointing him out. We see them over there. As Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, we cannot. Let me get the book. We can't do that. As watchmen for our people, we're not allowed to do that. Commander General Hunter is never asleep. You know what I'm saying? The captains in I.S.U.P.K are never asleep. You know what I'm saying? Soon as it happened, Captain Zarya, I looked over Captain Zarya. I said, I couldn't get to my phone fast enough because they're watchmen. What is somebody give me the definition of watchman? That was the end of that verse, Akaska?
Sir.
Oh, read on for me, please. Baba Kushah Salaki.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
Of her what?
Her plagues.
Once you see the violence that is taking place in America, that is how this nation is ran. They came over here and unalive our brothers and sisters with what? With violence. Do you think they had a moral character when they came over here, Bunky, y'all? They weren't concerned about it. All they was concerned about is what they could have. What would make them happy? And when I heard a brother say this earlier, our life is dependent on making Esau happy or making the devil happy, because you don't want to piss him off. You know, once that devil turned red, every Black, Hispanic, Native Indian know it's up then. Ain't not one of us don't know that. That lady that has your job keep messing with you. Tell a joke about her life that she don't like. Talk about her husband. Boy, you about to see how red she can get. Say what? Come on with it. What'd you say, Salaki?
Said they turned into Yosemite Sam.
Oh yeah. And then you're gonna find out who is the real enemy. You see what Donald Trump did, right? Who the hell? Well, he went through the roof. Let me at him. Where is he at? Wait a minute. Yeah. And once again, here we are trying to play along with this nation or this empire. Best thing we can do is come out of her. That's our win. Learn to give each other that love. You understand what I'm saying? If you can give it to somebody who you know hates your guts, why don't you try to give it to somebody you can learn to figure out? You understand what I'm saying? You remember that back in the day? You know, you ever hear like women say that about men, like that they really care about, had to figure him out. That's you know, I ain't saying like it's not a sexual thing. It's like learning the person who you value. You know what I'm saying? And if you learn a person that you value, you learn to figure out how can you, you know, really be a part of their life. Well, unfortunately for us in this empire, we've been trying to figure out this bastard for thousands of years. And what it really boils down to is he doesn't want us to be a part of his life. But we keep trying to what? We're gonna figure it out. Hands up, don't shoot. We're gonna figure it out. Let's stand in the lines and vote. We're gonna figure it out. Let's join his military. Let's figure it out. You can't beat him from the outside. You got to join it from the inside, right? And you're gonna join it from the inside and do what? Point out the shooter that's on the roof. This is a violent. Oh, Salakia. And with that, I'm gonna turn over to the captain of 13,000, Captain Thought Bunyamin. Y'all clap it up.
All right, where we at? You're talking about Donald Trump.
Come out Ezekiel 3:17.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, just you know what I mean, as Zion was saying too, you know what I mean, you all use this time also to, you know what I mean, to you know what I mean, to try and not so much I don't want a song. What's the word? I don't want a song sore, but be real skillful with how you're dealing with this topic. You understand? Use it to push the truth. You understand what I'm saying? Like, forget about what are people saying. For example, you don't want to be caught saying, you know what I mean? What's this? I forget what this. There was this white oppressor. He said something about the bullet missing him. You don't want to. That is not going to help you push the truth. You understand? Because if the bullet did hit him, guess what? What happened today and tomorrow? What happened the day after the bullet hit him? Akim, you hear me?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You probably would have had a riot after that.
Okay. I ain't really worried about that. Not so much that. What happened the next day?
Salakia, sir, you said if he was to get hit with the bullet?
Yeah, if he was to get hit with it, what happened the next day?
Somebody else to take over.
Hold on.
Yeah. Man, they're gonna get the next man up.
Yeah.
So which means what? We still in what? Captivity. Hit or miss. You know what I mean? Come November, you know what I mean? It's just another oppressor that's gonna be in office. Oppressing us. What we gotta focus on is showing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians voting doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Who you vote for? You understand? It does not make sense. You know what I mean? America tells you to be what? Well, America tells blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. What do they tell us? What do they teach us? What does the church teach us?
They tell us to go vote, sir.
Yeah, they tell us to go vote, but what again the church teaches us?
So, like it, sir, they teach us that God loves everybody, and we just have to wait.
Yeah, God loves everybody, but guess what? On that day, guess who know the Lord didn't love everybody? Donald Trump. He knew that. He knew that. Like all oppressors, they know that BS about God loving everybody. You tell that to slaves. So that slaves have no hope of doing what? Of getting out their captivity. None whatsoever. You accept your position. You understand? All right. What scriptures was that? What scripture was that? Did you all get touched on Ezekiel? Go to
Yes,
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel's 3:17, sir.
No, go to 35. Go to Ezekiel 35. All right. Go to Ezekiel 35 for me. All right. Like America is a very violent place. America has not, when has America rested from war? When? You turn the TV on, there's a bunch of fighting, a bunch of shooting. You turn the game on. Some white man I just listened to, he's in jail right now. Guess why? Guess what he in jail for? He in jail because he left his daughter, his 2-year-old daughter, in the car for 3 hours. Went in to the house, had something to eat, got caught up playing video games, left his daughter in the car, and outside was 109 degrees. You understand? You understand? This place is, you know what I mean? You want real change? Real change will come when blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are in power. You understand? Now tell me where you're at in Ezekiel. Give me Ezekiel 35:1.
Okay, sir, I got it.
Go ahead.
There's a troop out there that wants to read.
Slack, yeah, I got it.
You go ahead.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
All right.
And
this is Ezekiel, right? The Lord is telling Ezekiel to do what? Set his what? His face against. What does it mean to set his face against? What does it mean?
Sir. Set his face against, meaning that he's against the things that Edom or that he's doing. The Most High is against.
You're right, but give me a little more. I mean, set your face against.
He sees everything that Esau is doing. So,
okay, now set your face against something, right? Does it require action or opinion or thought? What does it require?
So that is that.
Come on.
So set his face against, that mean he was going preach there against what's going on?
Yes, he has to speak out against it.
Gotcha.
You understand? Like what we do, you know what I mean, in the streets of America, every corner. You understand? We set our face against what? America. You understand? Read on.
And prophecy against it.
And what prophesy against it? Right? Prophesy against it. What do we say about America right now? We say what? What do we say?
America's gonna fall.
We say Babylon is falling to rise no more. You remember that song? You understand? When you get a Hebrew Academy, you're gonna have to memorize that. You understand? All right? We're saying it. We're saying that America or Babylon is going to what? Fall. Right? Read on.
Verse 3. And say unto it, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I
right,
will
Mount Seir. Who was in Mount Seir? Who's Mount Seir? When it's in Mount, prophesy against Mount Seir. Who's that? Who lived there?
Salakia, sir. The
Come on.
Edomites.
The Edomites. Your Spaniards. Your French. Your Italians. Your Netherlands. Right? Your English. Your Americans. Your Germans. You understand? Go down that list. Oppressors. Russia. Saying what? Speak against Mount Seir. Read on.
I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee.
Right? He's gonna what? He's gonna stretch out his hand against thee. Well, now, when he's saying he's stretching out his hand against thee, what does he mean? Is this hand a helping hand? But say it's a helping hand. When he say he's going to stretch out his hand against thee, it means what? That the Lord is going to what? Bring this kingdom down. And you seeing it. This kingdom is starting to what? Where's a nice word for it? This kingdom is starting to do what?
Like it, sir.
Crumble.
Crumble.
I like that word. I'm
Fall.
looking for another word.
Fall.
Fall. I like that word too. Starts with an I. It's starting to implode on itself.
Okay.
You understand? We had nothing to do with what took place on what day it was, Sunday, with Donald Trump. We had nothing to do with that.
Saturday.
You understand? Saturday, Tawada. That's Caucasian problems. That's their problem. You understand? Just like the Civil War was their problem, but they use us as an excuse to start it. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 3. And I will make thee most desolate.
Mm-hmm. I will make thee what?
I will make thee most desolate.
Lord gonna make this place most desolate. See them nice cities. I mean, that's what we tell those oppressors when they come up. Go enjoy Disney World. Go bungee jumping. Go to the Taj Mahal. You understand? Go to the what they like doing climbing them mountains. What's that mountain they like to go climb? Kilimanjaro and Mount Everest.
Mount Everest, Concert.
Yeah, that's stuck with so many other bones.
Yeah,
You
Concert.
understand?
Concert.
Go climb it. Enjoy this place because the Most High says he's going to make it most what?
Most desolate.
Read on.
Verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate.
And thou shalt be what? Desolate. Understand? The Lord wants to fully destroy this place. He wants to do it. He wants to bring it all the way down. Read on.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord.
You understand? The Lord wants to take credit for it. You understand? The Lord don't want no AR-15 taking credit for it. No .223 taking credit for it. He wants to take credit for it. He want to come back and destroy this place so that everybody know that the Lord did it. When this place fall, they're going to know that the Lord did it. They're going to know that it's justice. We're still waiting on it. We came out of slavery and nobody paid for it. How could you say, you know what I mean, that we're not enslaved no more, we not in slavery no more, and nobody paid for it? Nobody. You could take the leisure out. You know what Esau like to do, right? I forget who they did it to recently. Oh, the judge. What's that judge named? Clarence. You all know Judge Clarence? Right? He's one of the what's one of them what's he's a judge? He's
Supreme Court, sir.
Yes, Supreme Court judge. Yes. That brother, that Uncle Tom, recently, okay, you all do you all know that there's a situation right now where they're trying to get him off, like get him off the Supreme Court?
Kind of one kind.
You know about that?
Kind of one kind.
And they put all his business in the paper. All who he got, who gave him money to go abroad, everything. They had that man, like he checked off list, flight, time, date, money, everything they had checked off. Because they're trying to say that he, for his position, he is I forget the word they're using, but they're trying to say that what he is doing is illegal, and they're trying to get him kicked off the Supreme Court. Now you telling me you have all the records of what this man doing, but you don't have records of all the slave master that done become rich off of slavery? You don't have that. You don't have the leisure. Nobody doing the bookkeeping and who make millions of dollars during slavery. Nobody has it. Guess who have it? The Lord have it. That's why he's saying he's going to make his place desolate. Because they know what justice is. They know what justice is. What happened with Ukraine and Russia? You all know those Russian oligarchs that had those nice $1 million boats. Guess what happened to them?
So, like I said, they were confiscated.
Yes, they were confiscated. You understand? Like they know how to get justice for their people. They know how to do it. You understand? So the Russians went and start a war. Guess what? You oligarchs, we're gonna take your businesses. We're gonna freeze your money. We're gonna take your boats. We're gonna take your real estate. We're gonna take it. And guess what? We're gonna raise money and we're gonna give it to the Ukrainians to fight this war.
So, like I said, if
Come
I may,
on.
I sent you an article where the American banks and the European banks made a deal with the Saudi Arabians to keep them from joining BRICS.
Mm-hmm.
Because now they're giving BRICS access to more money, to lend more money. They're giving Saudi Arabia access to the banks, to the Western banks. So Saudi Arabia, which was supposed to join with Russia and the BRICS, but the American banks made a deal with Saudi Arabia, and then Saudi Arabia changed their mind.
Yeah, they had to pull out. Because guess what? All them nice equipment again from America, all of a sudden might stop. And then guess what could happen? There could be the Arab Spring Part 2 in Saudi Arabia. And they know it. They for sure know it. All right, read on.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and it has.
What does perpetual mean?
Everlasting, never stopping.
Yeah. So what is your pastor telling you? It's saying that these people have a perpetual hatred for you. Your pastor say what? There's no hate in the Bible.
So like I said,
says it. Come on.
I was talking to a family member, and they're Christian. They're in the church every week, and they said that, I never heard this before, but that's what they told me. They said that you can't even ask the pastor questions. Like you can't even question them.
Yeah, I believe them right now. In this day and age, I believe them. Because guess what, brother? Yanaza, your face all over the internet, all over the YouTube. teaching the Bible, breaking questions, answering questions, giving breakdowns on who Christ died for, the Immaculate Conception, the who God loves. You breaking all these things down. Guess what? You expect a pastor to take a question from somebody in his congregation to do what? To disrupt his whole teachings? I heard them lavender lads. They do the same thing. They don't take questions. They don't. Just like preachers. You understand? Right? Read on.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
They have done what?
Has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword.
By the force of the sword, meaning what? What was the deleting of these Israelites? Was it self-defense?
It was
murder.
it?
Yes.
With weaponry.
Straight up. That's it. Straight up and down. You understand? That is it. That's what the Bible is saying. By the what? Force of the sword. You understand? He is a criminal. Just like the Bible say. He was a what? Murderer from where? From the beginning, just like the Father. In John 8:44. Read on.
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
By the time of what?
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
The time, in the time of their what? Calamity. What does that mean?
So like I said, calamity is it's like a great trouble. So in the time when we're in our most weakest point, when we're in trouble, they still want to murder us, even though we don't have no power.
Yeah, like today.
Yes.
You're correct. Abortion. You understand? The cops unaliving you because he stopped you and claim that you have a warrant. So you running away, so you put a few in your back and then try to proceed to say what?
Try to take his weapon.
Yes, or he feel what? Threatened. You understand? Like you're pressing, like this is what I don't understand for the love of me. Like people crying about the Palestinians, but you can't cry about the blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians in America. You are a black person crying for a Palestinian. You need a whip, a bull pistol across your back to wake you up. About 2 strokes across your back with a bull whip. Yeah, just to wake you up. You crying for Palestinians after what done happened to black people and what is happening to black people today. You understand? What? Let me see if you all remember this, right? The so-called Israel and Hamas, what is going on right now, right? What was the whole pretext for the war on October 7th? What did they see? What was the Israelis saying that the Hamas fighters did?
An unprovoked attack on their
unprovoked attack. What again? There's something that stands out. Terrorism, I'll take that. But something that stands out that is like a dog whistle to all Edomites all over the, it's like a bat signal. You know, I put that brother Trailer hat up in the air. Come on.
The bee-headed baby, sir.
Not so much. Because, okay, Come on.
Could it be like because it was like allegedly a sneak attack?
No, not so much a sneak attack. All right. But okay. Did you all hear about the Israelis claiming that Hamas used rape as a weapon on October 7th, and they was pushing it? And then lo and behold, a few months later, right, like around now, you could go look it up, and they will tell you that there's no evidence showing that this, you know what I mean, what they're saying occurred. You know what I mean? Not saying it didn't, but there's no evidence showing it. You understand? And then they corroborate some story in the New York Times, right? In the New York Times, saying that this person was abused, this woman was abused, and then unalived. And then the sister had to come out of that sister and said, no, that never happened. You understand?
So lucky, sir.
Right? Uh-huh.
That's the same tactic that they use against us. Every time they
That's
want to burn down one of our cities, they would say we raped one of their women.
That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So which means what? They've been doing that to us in America. We've been in an air prison in America. We've been in that condition. But we don't see it. Why we don't see it? Why we don't see that what is happening to Hamas right now happened to us for over 400 years?
Christian church, sir. That's the only answer, man.
I'll take the Christian church, but you gotta give me a little more.
So like at one.
Come on.
Because we're destroyed.
We are destroyed. You are right. Yaniza is correct too.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Our black leader, sir.
That's it. Yaniza was correct when he said the Christian church, but is leadership. You got to understand that. You have to understand its leadership. You understand? If leadership willing to give up their people for money, what's going to happen? Then who going to blow the trumpet? Who going to warn the people when your leader taking money behind, you know what I mean, in the back door? Who's going to warn them? That's why we're in the state we're in right now. I'm telling you, for Commander General YAHANNA and the generals and the officers, you understand, and these troopers, you know what I mean, and these sisters in the school, you know what I mean, that we every day we keep on pushing this truth. You understand? Pushing it, and waking black people up, Hispanics and Native Indians. You understand? Right? Read on.
Verse 5. In the time that their iniquity had an end.
Mm-hmm. Right? In the time when the iniquity had a what?
Had an end.
And what do we say we in right now?
We're at the end of the curses, sir. We're at the end of our iniquity.
Last days.
That's what I want to hear. We're in the last days. That's what brothers and sisters been saying, right? We're in the last days. You see what's going on this earth right now? Wars all over the place. There's turmoil. Wherever you turn the news on, there's turmoil. You understand? There's some type of conflict going on in the earth right now. Right now, the Chinese, they say, having exercises, war drills, simulation. You understand? Right around those islands. You know what I mean? By them. You understand? Russia saying they're gonna give Putin saying he's gonna give Kim Jong some good weapons. You understand? That GPS, that type of weapon you eating in the kitchen, and you order a steak, it's a hellfire missile. You know what I mean? You're getting right, you know what I mean, on your plate. You understand? That good stuff. Read on.
Verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, I will prepare thee unto blood.
I will what?
I will prepare thee unto blood.
And that's what you're seeing right now. Well, who has a picture? Who have a picture of Donald Trump with him leaking on the ground? You understand? And the Lord preparing these so-called oppressors. He's preparing them to go and fight each other. And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all we had to do, as the Bible says, guide ourselves together and do what the Lord said to do. You understand? Read that part over one more time. Come on.
Come on. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35,
Hold
verse 6.
Hold on, Narash. Come on.
Oh no, so I was just letting you know we do have some questions in the chat, so just letting you know.
Okay, Tawada.
So like I said, I got a scripture.
Come on.
It's Psalm 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Right, this is who? This is King David. You understand? A black man by the name of King David. All right, Dawada. The man who the Lord says after his own heart. The Lord loved David. King David. Read on. Read on.
Slakia.
Hold on. Yanazar, you good?
Yeah, that's just what I wanted to break out, because what you were saying was that the Christian pastors and them, they're not telling nobody nothing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
So we're the ones that standing up for the Lord in this truth, man. It's
That's
us.
right. That's right. Correct. 100% correct. All right, go back to Ezekiel now. And then once you finish your spot right here, Taboni will give me the questions.
Don't concert.
And blood shall pursue thee.
And what?
And blood shall pursue thee.
And blood shall pursue thee. Tabon, where's my picture? You find a picture? And what? Blood shall pursue thee. You understand? Read on.
Sith thou hast not hated blood.
Since you didn't hate blood, since you're telling black, black cops to rough up black men, hit the head on the cop car. Don't worry about it. Hit the head. Right? Right? Then guess what? When harm come your way, know that the Lord sent it. And know this black man, Hispanics and Native Indians. I know you hate Donald Trump because he's a Republican. And you love the Democrats. Because somehow the Democrats, they're for black people and Hispanic people. I don't understand. Somehow, in your mind, in your lost mind, you think you could be Democrat. You better look at this and know that could have been you. And learn. Do not provoke the Lord. You understand? Yeah, that's it right there. I'll take that. I'll take that tab one. Read on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Verse 6. Even blood shall pursue thee.
Even what?
Even blood shall pursue thee.
Even blood shall pursue thee. This picture right here, in a nutshell, is America. The Lord is saying blood is going to pursue you all for what you all did to black people, for what you all did to Hispanics and Native Indians. You all sat back, you all came up with you all made legislation to put black men in jail if they couldn't pay the child support. You understand? You set up a ton of abortion around our communities. You put a ton of liquor store around our communities. You do everything to try and keep us destroyed. You put drugs in the community and just sat back and watch us fight like rats just to eat, just to survive. Well, guess what? The Lord has something coming your way. Read on.
Verse 7. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate and cut off from it him that passeth.
Go ahead.
Him that passeth out and him that returneth.
You understand? The Lord going to do what? Unalive everything. Man, woman, child, you name it. Dog, cat, you name it. The Lord going to do it. Not one oppressor is going to escape his judgment. Not one. I know some of us, it's like, nah, Tom, he's a good, you know what I mean? My boy Kevin, he a good dude. He look out for me. I know you want Kevin and Tommy to not be in slavery. But that's not how the Lord think. You understand? You might have compassion for a murderer. The Lord does not. All right. Okay, I think that's it on that verse, on that chapter, right? Table 1, bring it. What question do you have?
Come on, sir. You got a question in the chat. I believe Officer Rock. I'm gonna send him this question. He said, "Shalom, sir. What are the steps that one strongly addicted to smoking marijuana should take while desiring to come into the truth?" The water, sir.
Okay. What's your first step? What's the first step that person know how to realize? First step.
So, like, sir.
Come on.
Would the first step simply be, understanding that it is unlawful to smoke?
So I get a one.
I'll take. Okay. Not so much unlawful. I see we're going with a table 1, but that will come.
Come.
That will come. Because some people really think that smoking marijuana is medicinal for them.
Right.
And we normally use it to try and cope with pain, and not just physical pain, but mental pain. You understand? All right. Hawan?
So like it, sir, I would say they must first recognize that they're stronger than that demon.
Yes, meaning they have to recognize that they have addiction.
Okay.
So, brother, how often do you smoke marijuana? Once, twice, 3 times? I mean, you got to recognize that you can't go a day without it. You understand? And you know what that's like? Asking also too, it's like what do Christians have a big issue with coming into the truth?
So like that one.
Come on.
Changing themselves.
No, when it comes to giving up something, what do they have an issue with? What if we say, you know what? We read in the Bible, yes, the rooter to the tutor, however they say. You know what I mean? The pig nose to the pig behind. You understand? They do not want to give up that pork. That's an addiction, a filthy one. You understand? But you're going to have to recognize that one, you have an addiction problem. Two, that as what's his name? Tab won't say it's it's unlawful. But the first step is understanding that you may have an addiction. You understand? Next step is to do what? What you're gonna have to do. And you all did it. I know some of you all did it. How many of you all came to class high? Raise your hand. Do not raise your hand. That's a trick question.
Good night.
You understand? And some of us, you're gonna have to come in here. You're gonna have to come in here nonetheless. Come in. Come in. Come and sit down. Just do not roll a blunt in class because the officer in charge, the Shema, he's going to kick you out. Leave your marijuana in your car, leave it at home. You come to class. You understand? But next, if I understand Iraq's question properly, he's saying this person have a what? A strong desire, which means what? This person more than likely is smoking weed every day.
Right.
Every day, which means you are an addict. Right? What did Paul said? Paul said, I think by any means, I forget, I can't paraphrase it correct. No. When he said when he speaks about bringing up butter into the truth by any means, meaning this: if I have to go into the scientific to show you that smoking weed is wrong, and that going to bring in, I'm going to do it. If I have to show you medically that you can't get cancer, if that's what you're going to answer to, yeah, I'm gonna tell you that. No, you got brothers locked away in prison for doing what? For selling marijuana. You got brothers unaliving each other for what? Marijuana. What does that tell you? Question. Do you have brothers unaliving each other for cabbage? You ever hear a brother get unalive for eating cabbage? You understand? Marijuana, you can go up on this. Is it the CDC? What's the Tabon? Do you know the database where they have all the crimes associated? You know what I mean with criminals? I forget the database, but America has a database on how many people went to jail, how many people died. Come on. Tabon is going to say something.
No, so like I said, I'm not sure, so I have to check for it.
Yeah, I forget the database, but they have database. I know the CDC is for like disease and stuff, but I think the CDC might do some of that too. I'm not too sure, but their database out there telling you how people get deleted, for what reason. You understand? Now, if that's what's going to make you stop smoking weed, then I'll go down that path with you. But first off, for you to even help somebody, for that person to even receive help, he or she has to understand that they have addiction. And now they come into the class. They're going to have to sit down in class, come to class, ask for help, and then we have a what? We have a program. You understand? That Captain Akkad runs like a, like a, oil machine. You understand? You come in here, we have the help to put you on that path. Now, I can't get the specifics because I don't know the specific of this person. Where this person gets his product from, I don't know. But that person is going to have to come in here and request help. But for you to request help, you're going to have to what? You requesting help, you're going to have to what?
Change.
Like everyone.
Okay. That going to come, yeah.
They had to come to class.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm not asking the question correctly, but you're going to have to recognize that you have an addiction.
Right.
That's the only way you can really start or begin to get help. If you a chronic weed smoker, you have a strong desire for it.
So
You
like
understand? Come on.
It also with like I know with drug addiction, usually that form of addiction is attached to some type of trauma. And coming to class will allow you to identify the trauma, whatever that pushed you into that lifestyle. Usually it's attached to some type of trauma, and with being able to recognize that in the school, you can get the counseling that you need to separate yourself from that addiction and that trauma.
Yes, and that's why I say you have to acknowledge that first. Like I can't, tell you that you have a drinking problem and you need to go see someone for your drinking problem if you don't recognize that you have addiction, you are alcoholic. You understand? Come on.
I know one thing that was helpful coming into the truth, along with understanding that you have an addiction, you gotta hate what you see in that addiction about yourself. Meaning, you have to hate how it looks when you're high, your lips turning black, the fidgetiness, the way you have to smoke before you eat. You have to smoke before you get out the car. Oh, I can't smoke before I listen. I gotta smoke first before I do this. You have to hate what you see in the mirror. Meaning, you are a full blown addict. That hatred of what people see tends to force them to change. Meaning, like, damn, I feel like a crackhead. Looking at old pictures of yourself high. Get that third party perspective of what you look like being a damn zombie. And then, like you said earlier, Cap, the destruction it causes to your people. You have to really be unselfish in this manner to really care about yourself and care about your people. And knowing that you have an addiction, that's going to help foster that change in you to where you have to hate it. You have to hate that you're addicted and what you see in yourself.
That's right. You understand? You know what I mean? That's why you're going to have to use certain trigger words. You know what I mean? For example, you're going to have to tell yourself, I can't suck on a marijuana cigarette. You understand? I can't suck on no cigarette. Use the word suck. You understand? You tell somebody, why are you sucking on a cigarette? They're going to be what? They're going to be like, yo, hold up now. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to tell me?
Why you licking that blunt like that?
Yeah.
That's right. Real uncomfortable. Why you come on, a wet blunt to your man? Your spit is on it.
Yes. You got to warn me when you're going to do that. You know what I mean? But yes, you're going to have to use words that is describing something that is totally nasty in your head for you to start, stopping. Like, you pick this up, you must be seeing, I'm going to suck on this. I'm going to have to lick this, get this wet. No, something wrong with it. This is, no, I'm going to class. I'm going to get right. I'm going to put this down. You understand?
Pops.
Huh?
Mess around to get monkey pops on your lip.
That's right. Yeah. Because now you passing that joint around. And as you bring out also too, that trauma is, as I say, most of us use, and when I say most of us, meaning Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we use it as a way to soothe our pain. That's what we use it for. Go to 1 Corinthians 10, 13 to 14. All right. All right. Go to 1 Corinthians 10, 13 to 14. And then give me the marijuana scripture in Proverbs.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verses 13. there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
What does that mean? Meaning what? What does that mean?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
That means you don't have any excuse. You can fight that demon.
That's right. Meaning you can't be, you know what? I'm the first man to ever be addicted to marijuana like this. Can't say that. You know what brothers been on marijuana? How much brothers in the school that stopped smoking marijuana? You understand? That stopped doing drugs. It's common. It's common for somebody in the world to be on drugs because of their situation, because they want to get high. You understand? Read on.
But God is faithful.
Read on.
Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Meaning what? What does that mean?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
It means that whatever temptation that comes your way, you can handle it. You can handle it. You cannot fall to it if you stay strong in the truth.
Yes. Okay. But these are brother coming in. So now brother coming in, right? It's you right with a brother in the truth, right? But a brother who is, you know what I mean, listening to class right now and you're high, ain't no sweat, brother. You know what I mean? When you're ready, school right here, you walk in. You know what I mean? Come to class, get your help, call your camp leader of that city and get the necessary help. We go put you on that path. The Lord is saying that what? You can overcome it. You can. You could do it, but you're gonna have to come and get the what? Get the help. You understand? It's like you know, and you know what I mean. These way of the paint in your head also too is it's like you go to the gym. When you go to the gym, do you just for the first day, do you just lift the whole rack up and say, you're gonna lift this whole, you know what I mean, 200, you're gonna push 200, 300. First day in the gym, chest rep. Why? You are going to die or injure yourself real bad. You're not going to do it. So you start off slow. So you start coming to class, you're coming to class high. You start coming to class. You come get your help inside here. Some brothers require the help. Some brothers and sisters require the help. Some brothers and sisters could come in and start off the same way, but they could do what? They can stop on their own. Because why? Because the word is doing what? Cleaning them. You understand? They're being conflicted by doing what? By putting a cancer stick in their mouth and sucking on it. You understand? And then sharing it. That is nasty. You know what I mean? You passing around a wet blunt. You don't see something wrong with that? You wouldn't let somebody drink out your cup, out your what you call it again? Your beer bottle. Do you share beer bottle with your friends? After your home, you don't suck on the bottle and pass it, you're gonna drink it? No, you ain't gonna drink that. You're not drinking that. But somehow you find a way to suck on blunts, to suck on cigarettes with your friends, with your homies. Right? Read on.
Verse 13. But will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape.
Hey, with the temptation, there's a way to what?
Make a way to escape.
The Lord will make a way to escape. And the Lord, brothers and sisters who sitting and watching the I.S.U.P.K right now, you have problem with weed, with any form of addiction, the Lord is giving you a way to escape it right now. Pick the phone up and call. Come to class. Don't let a blunt you sucking on stop you from coming to class. Then who is in charge? Who runs your life? A blunt let you decide what job you're going to get. So you telling me you cannot stop smoking a blunt to get a slavery to go work? Because you know you're going to fail the piss test? Or that blunt running your life. That blunt is running your life. And that don't look good. You sucking on something running your life. Boy. We're right here. We're right here. Brothers and sisters. Right here. You understand? Read on.
That ye may be able to bear it.
That ye may be able to what?
Be able to bear it.
Bear it. So if you're smoking 3 blunts a day, maybe you start off with your 3, then you start going down to what? 2, then you start going down to what? 1, and then you start going down to what? None. It's like cigarettes. Oh, you are accustomed going right 3 miles to get your cigarette? No sweat. Go 20 miles to buy a pack of cigarette. Go 30 miles to get a pack of cigarette. And before you know it, that won't make sense. You understand? I'm just saying you, these things I'm telling you, you know what I mean? These are stuff you're going to have to come in and get help. Certain people might not need that. Other people might need it. It all depends on your level of addiction. You understand? But with that being said, the school can definitely help you with it, with your addiction. Ain't no, you know what I mean? I ain't making light of that. We could help you with that. For sure. All right. All right. Give me Matthew 11 and 28. No, who holding that one for me?
So like it, so you talking about Proverbs?
Yeah.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 26. He that laboreth for himself, for his mouth craveth it him.
No. Give me Proverbs. What is it 16 and 27?
Oh, come. It's godly man diggeth up evil.
Yeah, go write it.
Come. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
And what an ungodly man does what? Diggeth up evil. Where is the marijuana plant? Where it is? And don't tell me now. What I call that? The hydroponics. They ain't digging up them plants again. Don't get smart with me. You're still digging it up. You understand? Read on.
And in his lips there is a burning fire.
And in his lips is a what?
Burning fire.
A burning fire. When you suck on that cigarette or that marijuana, it's a what? It's a what? Burning fire. And it's as if it what a man, what it says what a man what? Dig it up evil. It's evil to smoke marijuana. Now that might be enough for you. You understand? I might have to go get his stats on how many brothers locked up off of marijuana. I had to go get his stats on how many brothers get high off of marijuana before they commit crimes. You understand? I might have to get the numbers for you. Maybe you might be that type of person. All right? Read on.
Khan. Verse 28. A froward man.
No, that's it.
Khan, sir.
Right, and then give me the one in, hold on, Ezekiel, I think 8 and 17. All right, and now I'm going to more on the spiritual side, right? Brothers in this is more so for brothers in the Caribbean, right? Because I don't think Judahites so much do it across here like that. Like, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, they are doing it to that God, even if they don't know they're doing it to that God. Some of us do it to the God, knowingly doing it. Some of us don't even know that smoking weed is you smoking to what? To a God. You understand? Right? Read.
This is the book of Ezekiel. Did you want Ezekiel, sir?
Yeah, Ezekiel, I think it's 8 and 17.
Come on. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 8, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations?
You understand? So he asks, is it a light thing? Meaning we take what? Smoking weed as what? A light thing. To the point where now almost everywhere you turn at, you smell it. You drive in, going down the street, you going to the store, you are getting a smell of marijuana in your car. You swear a skunk is in your car. You know what I mean? You open a car doors, somebody be like, yo, you smoking that? Nah, I ain't doing that. Is, you know what I mean? Is what's going on out there. That's how bad it is right now when it comes to the marijuana. We taking this as a what? A light thing, but it's not light. Read on.
That they commit the abominations which they commit here.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
For they have filled the land with violence.
But they have filled the land with what?
With violence.
I'm telling you. Who could anybody could pull the stats up on brothers who or just not even brothers, just the number of crimes committed high. Right? How many violent crimes being committed high? How many drive-bys happen because this person high?
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
Before they pull those stats, I was watching an interview of a popular Chicago rapper, and the brother said, and the interviewer asked him about drugs and lean and marijuana specifically. He said there has never been one of his friends that he know that passed away, over 50 of them. He said all of them were either high when they got killed. All of them. And that's not including the ones that were shooting. He said all of his friends were high when they got shot. All of them. And it's so bad in Chicago and these bigger cities. I'm not just singling out Chicago because, you know, you got other bigger cities too where crime is at all-time high when it comes to gun violence. The paramedics say they have to continually ask these young people when they get gunshot wounds before they give them morphine or another drug to ease the pain, what drugs have you taken today? They said 99% of these kids always say they want some type of opioid or marijuana, so they're already high. So it's hard for them to administer some pain medication to them because they're overdose. They don't even know how much drugs these kids have in their system when they're suffering from a gunshot wound. The paramedics said that. That's a medical stat. They have to ask them. I know, hey, wake up. What drugs you do today? I want to give you this morphine. I know you're hurting, but are you high right now? And they all be like, yeah. So that sometimes they gotta just sit through it until they, you know, some type of relief.
Boy, now to be in that place, in that position, you know, we get high just because of something that's going on mentally with you or physically with you. You understand? You need that just to get away from that, you know what I mean, from that life you're living, from a life of hell you're living. Right? Read on.
And have returned to provoke me to anger.
And now we provoking the Lord to anger when you suck on a blunt, when you suck on a cigarette stick. You understand? When you wetting a blunt up, rolling it, you are provoking the Lord to anger. We doing it. You understand? Read on.
And lo, they put the branch to their nose.
And what? They what?
They put the branch to their nose.
They put the branch to what? To their?
To their nose.
You understand? And that angers the Lord. Read on.
Verse 18. Therefore will I also deal in fury.
So in fury, you're dying high, the person who's shooting you high. You're getting locked up. You're doing years in prison for drugs. Read on.
Mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity.
Yeah, mommy will go to the funeral and say, you were a good boy, not the Lord. The Lord will not pity us. When you high and you commit a crime, the judge don't want to hear nothing like that. The Lord, who is your judge of all judge, he doesn't want to hear your excuse. He does not. He don't want to hear it. He's not going to pity you, and he's not going to spare you. You understand? Read on.
And though they cry in my ears with a loud voice.
You crying to the Lord to take you out this hell you're in. Crying to him with a blunt in your mouth. You cry to him. What? Read on.
Yet will I not hear them.
The Lord not going to hear us. We got to put the blunt down. We got to stop sucking on that blunt. We're going to have to stop sucking on that cigarette. We're going to have to stop doing it. We're going to have to stop eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. We're going to have to stop this interracial marriage. We're going to have to stop these things. If we want the Lord to hear us, we're going to have to do it. I give it up. I give up all of that. And I know you could do it too, brother. I know you could do it too, sister. Every turn I make, hey, brother, you have a light? You smoke? Nah, I don't do that no more. No. You understand? Why? Because I hear the island accent. So the first thing come to the mind is what? Oh, yeah, he had to have it, or he know where to go get it. No, I do not know where to go get it. You understand? So if I could stop, you could stop too. All right. That was it on that, right? Any more questions? I hope I answered this question.
Salakis, let me check the chat. I think that might have been it though.
That's it? Okay, no sweat. What time are you in? 8:48?
Count. No other questions in the chat, sir.
Okay. I know we're almost up on the time. Let's go to Daniel. Daniel 7:1.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head upon his bed.
Mm-hmm.
Then he wrote the dream and told the sum of the matters.
Right. So this is who Daniel having a dream, or what we'll call a vision. You understand? Right? This ain't your Martin Luther King dream. This was a vision. Right? Read on.
Verse 2. Daniel spake and said, I saw in my vision by night. And behold, the four winds of the heaven strove upon the great sea.
Read on. So he said the four winds strove upon the what? The great sea. Right? Read on.
Verse 3, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another.
So it's four beasts, right? So remember, this is a vision he's having in the dream. They came out what? From the what? From the sea. And when it said diverse from another, one from another, what does that mean?
They were
so like I said, they were all different.
Yes, they were all different. Right? And we know this four great beasts is speaking about what? This was
Four
a
nations.
What? Yes, four heathen kingdoms. Right? Ezekiel 34 and 5. Right? As a precept to show that what? That these nations, the Lord called them what? Beasts. You know, like how they have what words they call that? Tabon, help me. Those words they use to describe America does it. Or I should say Israel is doing it right now with Hamas by making them look like animals by using certain phrases.
You mean like propaganda?
Not propaganda. There's a word they say they use, like they dehumanize the people.
Oh, come on.
So that when they drop a bomb and and delete some of them, it's like they're just deleting what? Animals or who? Or abusers.
You understand? Like if I could, sir. Like America did during Vietnam, when they were referred to the Viet Cong as with a certain racial epithet that I won't use, so we won't get flagged or nothing. Starts with a G and it rhymes with boots or whatever. It rhymes with boot and starts with a G. But they would call them this word. And that, it wasn't like you're killing a person. It's like you just, that's just one of those, like some kind of bug or something. Concert. It's like
yes, they do the same thing with who? With the so-called the Native Indians and the Mexicans right now on the border. What do they say the Mexicans are? What do they call them? To dehumanize them.
Call them invaders.
Yes, invaders. You understand? So now you're not really looking at this as a, somebody, this person that just migrated. This is somebody who is invading, and an invader comes in and do what? Steals, robs, abuse. You understand? So now you painting that picture where the Lord said what? Read verse 3 again.
Khan. And four great beasts came up.
And the Lord is describing these nations as beasts so that you look to them as what? Being beasts. So you never think for once that you can trust this beast. Can you trust a lion? I know Esau tried to show you tons of time. He grew up with these lions and he trusts these lions. And guess what the lions end up doing? Mauling them to death. They do the same thing with the bears. You understand? And the bears end up what? Mauling them to death. Why? Because they trust these animals that they grew up with. Some of them even go as far as sticking their head inside the animal's mouth and then regret it 0.11 second later. You understand? The Lord is calling them beasts for a reason. He's describing them as beasts for a reason. Read on.
And four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another.
Meaning what? These four beasts, what? They had what? Different policies, philosophies, different bodies of government. You understand? How they rule the people. That, They're different. Read on.
Verse 4. The first was like a lion and had eagle's wings.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked.
Mm-hmm.
And it was lifted up from the earth and made stand upon the feet as a man.
Mm-hmm.
And the man's heart was given to it.
What is this saying here? What is this saying here on what empire is this we talking about here right now?
So, like I said, is that the Persian Empire?
No. Mm-mm. Which one? One more. Come on.
The Assyrian
don't worry.
Empire.
Slack, yes, sir. The Roman Empire.
The Yanis said it. The Assyrian Empire. Right? You read about Beelzebub being the king of Babylon. Right? Babylon was the capital of what? Which empire? Yanis?
The Assyrian Empire, sir.
Yes. Babylon was the capital of the Assyrian Empire. All right. The Babylonian Empire didn't last that long, but the Assyrian came and wiped them out. And normally when a people or when a nation wipes another nation out, they take their capital as their own, like a form of, like a prize, basically. And Babylon, right, was the capital of the Assyrian Empire, right? And this first one was like a what? A lion and an eagle wing, right? What does it mean when they say a man's heart was given to it?
So, like I said, could it mean at some point they began to have a conscience, or began to be merciful in some manner?
No. So remember, the first was like a lion and had what? Eagle wings, right? What I forget what type of creature they have a name for that creature.
A griffin.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they call it. Yes, correct, Yanisa. Right, and it said what? And beheld till the wings thereof were what? Were plucked. Right, meaning what? This empire, this Assyrian Empire, he is prophesying this empire what? What's he prophesying? That empire doing what?
The fall of that empire, sir.
Yeah, he's prophesying it.
You
understand? He's prophesying it. You understand? He's prophesying that this empire, like we prophesying right now, that America is going to what? Fall. Well, Daniel back then in his vision saw the fall of what? The Assyrian Empire. You understand? With the wings being what? Plucked. And now he's given what? A man's heart. Which is just like what? Yes,
So,
like what I go ahead.
So like him start to humble.
Yes, meaning he starts to look like what? A regular man. Like
man. He can
yes.
be put to death. He can die.
Yes.
Okay.
He looks what? He looks weak. Like Trump on Saturday, he made I.S.U.K look like a what? A regular man. That bleeds just like every one of us. You understand?
So, like I said, what we say is looking at it like that, it's like a person that can be touched now. Like you can,
yes,
like the untouchables. Now you look like, oh, you can be touched now.
Yes, and don't be mistaken also too with them, right? Meaning this, like with the Assyrian Empire. The Assyrian Empire, it was, it was, one of those empires where you see many of the white man's math comes from that empire, from that Assyrian Empire. The medical advancements come from that empire also too. You understand? Even though there was that, powerful, Daniel was seeing their fall. Right? Read verse 5.
Verse 5. And behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it.
Read on.
Between the teeth of it, and they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh.
You understand? So, which beast is this one? Which beast is this
So, like
one?
I said, this
Come
is
on.
the Persians.
Yes, the Persians and Medes. Like who you will call who today? The Iranians today. Right? Read on. Not read on. Hold on. And it said what? It raised itself on what? On one side. Meaning what? Meaning what?
So, like I said, one side was more powerful than the other.
Yes, the Persians had a more important position than the Medes. Correct. Right? They say in 553 BC, Cyrus the king, the great king of Persia, rebelled. Hold on, give me 1 minute. All right. You all can hear me? Can you all hear me? Okay. Yes. Now, right, rebel against his grandfather, the Mede king, right? Astyages, right? Son of, let me see how to pronounce this dude name here. Again, man. I mean, you know how these names are, right? Astyages, right? Was the son of Cyaxares, right? And he finally won a decisive victory in 550 BC, resulting in Astyages' capture by his own dissatisfied nobles, who promptly turned him over to the triumphant Cyrus. Now, after Cyrus' victory against Astyages, the Medes were subject to their close kin, the Persians, right? And the 3 ribs is what? Were 3 what?
So, like I said, if I may, it's 3 nations that they had devoured, or 3 kingdoms.
Yes, not so much devoured, but were under them, basically. I'll take that. Yeah, Yanazar. Give me 1 minute, right? Can you all hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
My computer starting to stick, man. Hold on, give me 1 minute. Oh man. All right. Right? So The three kings, the three ribs equal three kings. Who are the three kings? Cyrus, Darius, and Xerxes. Right, you remember that 300?
Okay.
Right? That's the one in the book of Esther. Right? It was through these kings that Persia gained most of its economic power and most of its conquering. Understand? Which lets you know what I mean, how these kingdom was and how they fought against each other for what? Power. Like what you're seeing going on right now on the earth. They're fighting for what? For power. But just not for, how to put it? Not just for power, but for who? For who is going to have you in captivity? Who's going to rule over you? All right? Read verse 6. This is the last verse, and then if there's anything next class, I'm going to just finish it off. Read verse 6.
Khan. After this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion.
Read on.
And dominion was given to it.
And who was the leopard?
So, like I said,
go ahead.
If I may, this is the Greek Empire.
This is the Greek Empire, correct, Yahanna? Under who?
Alexander.
Started under who? Yes, Alexander the Greek. Right? And what happened after Alexander the Greek?
So, like I said, it broke into 4 sections or 4 parts. He gave his 4 generals a portion of it. That's what the 4 is about.
That's right, correct, Yahanna. Right? Right, and you can find that precept in 2 Maccabees. Go to 2 Maccabees 1:7-8. Second Maccabees 1:7-8. Who getting it for me?
I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Verse 8. And his servants bear rule, everyone in his place.
You understand? That's it right there. That's those what? Those 4 generals. Right? And who were the 4 generals? Right? One was Cassander. He ruled over Greece. Lysimachus. Right? He ruled part of Turkey. Then you had Seleucus. He ruled Middle East, including our land, meaning is the land of Israel. And then you had the last one who ruled over Egypt was who? That everybody know.
Ptolemy or Antioch.
Yeah. Ptolemy, you correct. Yes. You understand? Those were his 4 generals after he died. Right? And Alexander, how long was his reign? How long was Alexander reign? Alexander reign was for 12. He just reigned for 12 years. Just for 12 years. And he left in his path total destruction. Who was his father? Alexander's father.
Philip II.
I believe so. And Philip came from where? Those Greeks came from where? They came from the Caucasus Mountain and joined the so-called Japhetic military, and then it was history after that. You understand? It was history after that. The oppressor went around conquering you. Right? What did the Bible say? How was he going to enjoy the fatness, the richness of this earth? By the what?
Sword.
By the sword. And that's how he pick his rulers. He pick his rulers by doing what? He picks who he wants to rule by doing what? By fighting each other. This whole Republican and Democrats, that's them what? What are they actually doing? They are what?
Salakia, sir. Fighting, sir.
Yeah, they're fighting. That's
Kind of-
waving. I thought nobody was hearing, man. I know somebody see me wave, they'll be like, you know what I mean? So what? Yes, they're fighting. Just that fight ain't what? That fight ain't bloody. You understand? Only Saturday you saw what it could lead to, but they're fighting for power. And that's how they always been with the so-called oppressor. He has to fight for power. He has to fight for everything. Delete whatever is in front of him, enjoying the fatness of this earth. Because that's how he's going to live. By the sword. All right? Any questions? Before I let you all out?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Man, my computer is just stuck right there. Okay. If there's anything next class, I'm gonna start off from verse 7. We just got a little more of Daniel 7. All right. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Bankayal.
Come on,
right?
sir.
And Akim Akwati. And if you're watching the class tonight, please hit that like, and share the class. Hit that like button. All right, share it. All right. All right, I'll pass the class over to Prison Officer Bankaya.
Clap it up, clap it up. Men of Israel, Amajim, which means to stand. We're going to render one courtesy salute to Captain I.S.U.P.K. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh
Yahweh Shemi Ashai Brakathum.
Yadamatah, Sar turn to face the sisters. Sisters, Imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to our sisters. Imagine Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shemal, Yadamatah, Yeshua means to be seated. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. Book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to Treasury Department or teacher. The priest funds, a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation. We have the memorial blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, to be Wednesday, October the 2nd of this year, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25. We also got the Midwest Fire Cookout coming up in Detroit. Get your affairs in order, August the 1st through the 4th. All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, class is dismissed.